Hey y'all, this is Destiny checking in with today's Daily Diamond. Hey family, as always, I would like to say welcome to anybody who is new and checking out my podcast, and hello to those of you again who have been with me. It's literally been like 2 weeks since I've heard from you guys, since I've put out a podcast, and so I really want to say thank you and welcome back. I am feeling a whole lot better. My children have been battling a full-blown sinus infection, and no voice means I cannot record, and so I'm really happy to be back. I've missed you guys tons. I have missed recording tons, and we are getting ready to roll into the new year, and so I really wanted to take some time and take the opportunity to jump into a topic and give you a little bit of love before we jumped into the brand new year season. Just as an FYI, if you are an Apple Podcast iTunes listener, Apple will be delaying episodes. So what's today, y'all? The day after Christmas. It's Wednesday. I'm going to post this episode tonight, but I am not sure when it will go live due to Apple's, I guess they're on vacation too. So comment on my Instagram, follow me on those things if you guys see it or you don't, so I can kind of check on it. Just as an FYI, make sure you guys are following me on Instagram. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitter. Make sure you guys are following me on Snapchat. All of my social media avenues will be tagged below this post. So make sure you guys tap in and tune in and give all of the support. Now, you know that before I do anything, I have to jump into thanking my sponsors. So first, we have the only hair that I wear, the Royal Crown Extensions. Make sure you check out Royal Crown Extensions for your lashes, your bonnets, your wigs, your bundles, your closures, and your mink lashes. Then, of course, we have our up-and-coming braider, Lisha. Make sure you check her out for your box braids, your curls, your ponies, your feed-ins. Check her out. Then, of course, we have the only lip gloss that I wear, Kisses by Shelly. Make sure you check out Shelton for not only your lip gloss, but your mink lashes. And then, last but not least, make sure you guys check out my best friend, Tiana Nate. She started a new little mini series on her YouTube channel. It's called Chit Chat. I really think that's a cool idea. So make sure you guys watch all her videos, like, subscribe, share, and comment so that you can get entered in her giveaway for all of her videos. Now, on to today's topic. So I really want to take some time today to talk about relationships. But when I talk about relationships, I'm not talking about boy-girl relationships, girl-girl relationships. Like, I'm not talking about partner relationships. I'm talking about our relationships that are platonic, our relationships with family, our relationships with our friends, those relationships that are just normal, everyday relationships. And so relationships are complicated. I have said it before in this podcast, and I'll say it again. I am not necessarily the easiest person to get along with, and I have a family who, like most of us, it's quite difficult and it's quite complicated, and relationships are important. And so, yesterday was Christmas, and one of my uncles, him and his wife came out to see the kids, and I really was thankful. I was really thankful because we have had sort of a strained relationship for quite some time. And maybe not strained that he noticed it, or maybe not strained that I even noticed it. It was just kind of was what it was. But it was really big to me, and it was really cool to me to watch him come out and spend some time at my house and hang out with my kids, even though they're antisocial, as you know what. But and just bond and just converse. And so I say all of that to say relationships are important. Make sure that you make time to see those people who, put in efforts to see you. Make sure that you check on your friends. Make sure that you talk to your friends. Make sure that you put yourself in a predicament in which you can be surrounded by those relationships and those friends and those family members that are positive, right? We're getting ready to go into the new year. And so everybody want to talk about who they cutting off and how it's going to be a new year and a new me. Like, it's the same story but a different year, right? And every new year people want to cut people off. But here's my question: why are we continuously cutting people off? Why is it that we cannot surround ourselves and put ourselves in predicament in which the people that we have around us, those relationships that we have around us, are strong, so we don't need to cut anybody off? I've never looked at the new year and been like, oh, I got friends I gotta cut off. I don't have no friends I gotta cut off. I got 2 friends, and like my sisters, I'm not cutting them off. I never need to cut them off. They are amazing individuals, and I have no need, no desire, no want, no nothing to cut them off. And so why do we even do that? Why is it that we don't take self-inventory? Why is it that we don't look at ourselves and see, Well, what is it that I'm doing? What is it that I'm surrounding myself with that is positive or negative? What is it that I'm doing that is impeding or stopping my glow or stopping my life in some form or fashion, right? In some form or in some fashion, there is something that we are doing that is putting us in a predicament in which we are literally stopping our flow, right? We're impeding our relationships, or we're putting ourselves in a predicament in which we cannot be successful. We cannot have successful friends. We cannot have successful counterparts. We cannot literally be healthy, be happy, and be successful. And so that is something to consider as we get ready to walk into this new year. Like, take some time to inventory your relationships. And if you got to do some cutting people off and you got to do the whole, like, I'm not walking into 2019 with the same people that I walked out with, do that. But then in 2019, make a conscious effort to tighten up on those relationships. And so that's my pledge, not only for this week, not only for today, but going into 2019, I am going to begin to kind of work on those relationships. And so anybody and anyone who makes efforts for me to be a part of their life or for my children to be a part of their life, I'm going to begin to make those efforts. I'm not going to cut anybody off. I'm not going to necessarily make everything a big deal. You got to give people the same literal energy that they give you. There is no reason, there is no point to kind of come up with something new. You don't got to treat people a different kind of way. You just reciprocate that energy. I swear to God, my daily slogan is like, keep that same energy. And I mean that. I'm reciprocating the energy and the relationships and all of that stuff to the people who are giving it to me. And so whatever you are doling out, I'm doling it right back to you. Whatever you are giving me, positive or negative, I'm going to give it to you. I'm not going to say that I'm going to walk into 2019 and I'm cutting people off. You don't even got to be vocal when you do that. If you're going to cut somebody off, just cut them off. You don't got to tell the world you're going to cut them off. Cut them off and move on. They'll realize eventually that they've been cut off. You literally have to be very purposeful in how you move and what you do, because you really, really, really want your life, your new year, if you will, to be one of success and to be one of triumph and to be one of power. And in all of that, do whatever you got to do for you. Do whatever you got to do to put yourself in a predicament in which you can always be successful. And so when we're talking about relationships, I'm talking about friendships, family ships, co-workerships, associateships, all of that crap. Cover all of that crap. Take inventory of all of that crap and decide what it is that you need to be successful, to be happy, and to be whole, and what it is that you don't need. You don't necessarily need a person around you who mimics your every behavior, especially if you find it to be negative. I think that copying is a form of flattery, but it offends me. I don't like surrounding myself with people who want to be like me, who want to aspire to do what I do. That's not my ministry. I want to surround myself with people who are bosses and who are providers and who are successful in their own way. And so I build, and my goal is to continue to build my relationships and my friendships and my associateships with individuals who want to be the best versions of themselves and who want to be successful in their own way. Do not feel like you need to ride somebody else's gravy train, or you got to be like somebody. Just because you know me and I happen to be a podcaster and I happen to be making a slight ripple out here, real slight, y'all, real slight. Don't decide you want to be a podcaster. Be a YouTuber. Be a whatever. Do whatever you need to do that'll make you happy. I don't want my relationships to be fake. I don't want them to be built off a facade. I don't want them to be anything that is negative to me. I don't want nobody to mimic me. I don't want nobody to aspire to be like me. I want individuals, everybody, to take care of self and be like themselves. Be who God, who Allah intended you to be. Don't attempt to be someone else. And so as I get ready to walk into this new year, and I don't really care about the new year, that's my goal. Work on these relationships. Work on these friendships. If you and a friend have fallen out and you need that stuff to be dead, send a text message. Say what you got to say. Close that story and move on. If you and a friend have been on bad terms, but you're over it and you want to do better, you want to fix that relationship, then do that. And then move forward. Part of being an adult is learning how to recover, learning how to deal, right? Learning how to to adjust. Do all of the recovering and the dealing and the adjusting that you need to do in these next 7 days so that you have nothing but healthy and happy and prosperous doggone relationships. Just like I say all the time, like I built the podcast out of me needing something else. But in the midst of that, not only do I support my podcast, I try to support other people. I support my best friend's YouTube channel. I support people who sell hair, people who sell products. They're not doing what I'm doing, but I want to support them in their version of success. I want to support them in our relationship. Our relationship may take different forms, but I'm supporting them in the way in which I can do best. And right, everybody has a multitude of skills. So just because I do podcasting, it doesn't mean I can't help someone else. Maybe I can give a little bit of a critique. Maybe I could give an idea. Maybe I could give a comment. Maybe I could give some constructive criticism. Whatever I need to do to be a good friend and to have a good relationship is what I'm willing to do. And so as you get ready to walk into 2019, let's not talk about who you cutting off and new year, new me. Nope. Do what you got to do. Prioritize for self and put yourself in a predicament where every single relationship that you encounter is positive. It's purposeful, it's necessary, and it is a positive, structured component of your life. And if it's not, you need to let that thing go before you walk into your new year. And you don't got to announce it to the world because we don't really care. Just do what you need to do for you. Do what you need to do for self so that you can take care of yourself. Okay? And this is Destiny signing out with today's Daily Diamond. I might see you guys tomorrow.